2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Utah, downtown Salt Lake City, Utah, the home of the Jazz, Energy Solutions Arena. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball here with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. I'm Kevin Harlan. Tip-off goes to Houston. Here's the starting group for Houston. Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt, and it's Ariza in at the 3 slot. Howard can't hit.
Well, Dwight Howard, in his words, back to having fun playing basketball last season in Houston. A younger group, tapped into his fun-loving personality, and certainly with Harden and others, they've got a depth of talent that is very impressive. Probably the best core around him of his entire career.
So the Utah Jazz able to put the first points up on the board. Ariza outside. And there's the pass to Howard. Back to Ariza. 4 on the shot clock. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Ariza's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. On defense, the Rockets. Burke dishes to Burks. They set the screen. And the shot is good.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Quinn Snyder. A lot of his strategy is focused on Dwight Howard, and rightly so. He said, we know Dwight can do it all, and it is going to take a 5-man effort to slow him down. He can finish, block shots, rebound. The guy is almost 7 feet of pure muscle, and there is just no way to handle him one-on-one. If there is a way, the NBA hasn't discovered it yet.
Thanks again, Doris. The Rockets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Shot's good.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The dish now to Burks. Cantor, the pass to Favors. A shot by Hayward, wide open, drains it from beyond the arc.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
For Houston, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. There's the pick. Now, here is Harden. Burks covering. Houston moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Harden dishes to Howard. From 13, and he gets the bucket.
He's hit the ground running here in the first, putting together a nice quarter offensively.
Utah's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Burke kicks to Cantor. Passes it to Hayward. Here's Burks. No good from outside. The Rockets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Hayward against Ariza. Harden outside. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
James Harden with the most famous beard in the NBA. In fact, he leaves his barber in charge of trimming it, so you can give him all the credit or maybe the blame, depending on how you look at it.
In Harden, a relatively quiet demeanor. Some of you said moody, but clearly he's embraced his new leading role in Houston.
And he said as much himself. He looks at the Rockets as his team, and you can see it in his demeanor on the court. With that leadership comes responsibility, and I think he's ready to continue to step into that.
And both free throws good for James Harden.
The Jazz weren't good at home last year, but they certainly weren't the worst. The grit of the franchise still showed up last season when they played in this building.
Burke kicks to Favors. Burke, the pass to Hayward. There's the screen, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part. And, you know, this building can really energize this team with its noise. Jazz only got 16 home wins last year, but you wouldn't know it by how loud it was at times in here.
And the basket by Jones.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
Jazz trail by 6. Burke dishes to Cantor. Pass to Burke. Favors with a screen on Ariza. Here's Burks. Another miss by Utah. Well, there is a very real us against them mentality that the Jazz have, and I think, Steve, it stems from their fans.
I would agree with that, and it's why over the past few decades the Jazz have been so good at home as a franchise.
Well, Gordon Hayward unable to reach an agreement on a contract extension with the Utah Jazz last season, so instead it played out in restricted free agency. A player with a lot of admirers around the league, and a big raise, certainly a given for him.
And for Hayward in a contract year, upping his rebounding and speed his passing rates, but his shooting numbers did take a dip.
I think that's the key for Hayward's future, Kevin. He's got to be very consistent from the perimeter to become an all-star. He's already such a terrific all-around player, but if he can be really solid from the perimeter and consistent, look out.
So it's the Jazz now, following the score by Houston.
Yeah, again, iffy shot selection there. Defender draped all over.
Well, you got to understand who's guarding you in that situation. I mean, if he's on you tight, you can't just rise up and try to shoot over the top.
Now, here is Harden. Back to Ariza. It's Jones on the way. 6 to shoot. Again, the Rockets score.
The turnaround jumper. That was a thing of beauty.
Jazz trail by 7. Burke kicks to Burks. He feeds it to Burke. He dishes it to Favors. Burke the pass to Favors. Clock at 4. Pass to Burke. Fires from deep. And that one's good.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Houston leading by 4. Now, here is Harden. Dishes it to Beverly. Howard in the post. He's against Cantor. Howard misses. Utah has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Burke dishes to Cantor. Kicks it to Hayward. Now, here's Burke. Guarded closely. The 11-footer. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, he's boxed out, and when that happens, at some point you have to just turn and get back defensively. That time he went right over the top.
Yeah, but you go straight on the top of another player's back, that's going to be a foul call every time.
Daniels, he's checked in for James Harden. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. Favors kicks to Burks. There's the pick. To the paint, off the pick. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2.
Enes Kanter, originally from Turkey, some real promise offensively. He scores well on that left block, and he does a nice job on the offensive boards as well. At times, he's even shown the ability to step out and space the floor. It'll be interesting to see how his game develops.
That's good from Cantor. And Cantor not a big leaper or shot blocker, but his strength serves him well defensively.
Yeah, he's a good post defender, Kevin, because of those attributes. He holds his ground and has the length to bother and challenge shots.
Both good from the line that time. Well, the Rockets, wouldn't you say, are really to be commended, Clark, for rebuilding this team without tearing it down to the studs or tanking, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I mean, they've improved dramatically with Harden and Howard, but this is a team that's held a winning record in the West now for 8 straight seasons. That's pretty impressive.
It is. Ariza with the bucket. Jazz trail by 4. Burke kicks to Cantor. Now Hayward. 6 points for him. Favors sets the pick for Hayward. Burks in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Knocked away and stolen by Ariza. And here's Beverly. He kicks to Daniels. The feed to Beverly. Takes the 3. Tries again. The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Well, they've settled into their offense very quickly here today.
Yeah, they're zoned in, making the most out of their possessions here.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Houston.
And they're doing a fantastic job of finding the open man and getting easy looks.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
And the Rockets showed great patience and planning over time, freeing up cap space, acquiring young assets. That enabled them to trade for James Harden and, of course, attract Dwight Howard in free agency, too.
Now, here's Exum. Here's Burke. Here's Booker. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game.
Trevor Booker. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Booker. And Utah making a change here. Hood's checked in, and a change for the Rockets. Isaiah Cannon, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. Both free throws good from Booker. Here's Cannon. Feeds it to Daniels. Goes up to the stripe, and the shot is good. And the Rockets lead by 6.
And this Rockets team, for all of its success, is still young, still developing that chemistry, but make no mistake, they've elevated themselves from playoff contender to potential title contender. I think exciting times are certainly in store in Houston.
Here's Burke. The Rockets making the shot. Shot clock at 2. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Rockets leading by 6. Houston moving the ball around. Cannon kicks to Howard. There's the pass to Cannon to the inside. Deflects the pass. Shoots from the baseline, and it's Houston with another.
Nice job again that time to add to their lead. I'll tell you what, they're doing everything right at this moment.
They're playing steadily in all aspects of the game, Steve. You're exactly right.
Now, here's Exum. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Fires from 14, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Really good performance so far on the boards for this club.
Boy, I like the way they've done a great job carving out space under the basket when the shots have gone up.
Here is Daniels. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And so here is Houston. They're leading by 8. He got right to the cup using that screen.
Defensively, this team is just giving up way too many open looks.
You're exactly right, and to battle back, they've got to shore that defense up, Steve.
Booker in the post. He's guarded by Howard. Booker the pass to Burke. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Burke's got 5 now.
Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but Whatever works, go to it.
Now here's Howard. He has 6. Cannon kicks to Howard. Fades and shoots. That's good. 8 points for him.
When it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles that twine.
Yeah, they've got it flowing right now, guys. They're putting together a nice little run.
Utah calls timeout.
Well, Dwight Howard, one of the more criticized stars over the past few seasons. He says he's motivated by his critics, and he's had more than a few. Howard, playing with a chip on his shoulder, he feels he has a lot to prove.
Jeremy Evans checks in for Utah. A minute 20 left in the first quarter of the game. Exum with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hood. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Here's Canaan. Ariza outside. Out to the right wing. Lets it go from 11. Adrian can't hit. He shoots again. And Howard with the nice bucket inside. Howard's got 10 points.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. And just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
The dish to Nova. Passes it to Evans. He feeds it to Nova. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Hood. The Jazz again can't hit it.
You have to get a hand into his face because that's his range right there.
Daniels dishes to Adrian. Here's Canaan. Shot is blocked. Here's Exum. Shot no good. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Rockets lead by 12. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. Quite a position here for the Rockets to be in. What do you think, guys?
And the defense has been key in building this lead. They've really clamped down hard.
They've done a nice job, Steve. I think challenging every shot, a hand up on every shot.
Burks the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Jeremy Evans is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Exum in at the point. That's the group right now for Utah. Now here's Kanter. Kicks it out to Evans. For 3, Hayward. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Hayward's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Jazz. And so here is Houston. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
Well, with the Jazz playing much better basketball coincided with the return of rookie point guard Trey Burke from injury. Despite the fact they would have wanted a higher pick, it's really kind of nice to see their young core competing at a high level.
And it's Beverly missing. And it's Utah's ball. Here's Burks. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And the Jazz lost 10 of 11 games to start the season, but once Burke returned from that broken finger, guys, he proved to be one of the more NBA-ready rookies.
No surprise from a player who won pretty much every National College Player of the Year award at Michigan his sophomore season. You know, they traded up to get him, and he's been a great fit.
And Burks hits 2 free throws. Well, Trey Burke and Alec Burks, the Burke-Burks backcourt. Try saying that fast 5 times.
I will not. That is indeed a bit of a tongue twister. But, you know, Kevin, these two have a chance to make a pretty special backcourt tandem. Both are really exceptional ball handlers. And I like Alec Burks' ability to attack the rim and finish creatively. And, you know, Trey Burke showed in his rookie year that he can shoot it from deep and knows how to run a team effectively.
Well, I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Now, here's Exum. Defended by Beverly. Exum passes to Canner. Hayward kicks to Burks. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Hayward. Shoots the 3. And he gets the bucket. Hayward's got 12.
Well, you talk about Burks' ability to finish around the rim. A great athlete. They say he added about 6 inches to his vertical leap while training with his teammates in Santa Barbara.
Now here's Beverly. To the middle. Jones dishes to Harden. And some nice passing there by Houston. Adrian kicks to Harden. Jones, the pass to Beverly. Shot is off. So Utah will take it the other way. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Exum dishes to Burks. Evans outside. Pass to Hayward. Unloads from 9. And there's another one for the Jazz.
And with Burke's length and athleticism, the tools to be a tough defender are there. I mean, he's still learning how to play defense effectively and efficiently, but already he's a pretty good rebounder from the guard spot.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Gordon Hayward with an unusual pattern dating back 6 years back and forth. Great three-point shooting one season, and then Clark awful the next.
You know, it's a bit puzzling, Kevin. You look at the numbers from 2009 to 2014. Up and down, up and down. Last season around just 30%. I'm sure it's a coincidence, but it's a pretty rare one, no doubt. And I'm sure Gordon, with his work ethic, is going to try to smooth that good three-point shooting out and sustain it for a while.
Adrian kicks to Johnson. A shot by Harden, wide open. Good on the three-point shot. Harden's got 9.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
And for Hayward, his role and responsibilities have steadily increased each season, but his scoring efficiency has steadily dropped in the opposite direction. Is he cut out for the role of primary scorer and shot creator? I think that's the question. The numbers to this point raise some doubts.
And for Hayward, asked to score in isolation much more last season. Definitely a challenge for him. He's a gifted ball handler and passer, really good all-around player. But he's been most effective scoring off the ball, whether cutting to the rim or filling the lane in transition.
And that one falls for Burke.
Boy, Trey Burke, Columbus's own, has been a hand-in-glove fit for the Utah Jazz. He missed the first 11 games of last season with a fractured finger, and the Jazz won just one of those 11 games. Once he was healthy, he made a big difference bringing his team back to life.
Burke hits them both. And the Jazz making a draft day trade to acquire Trey Burke, giving up the 14th and 21st picks to Minnesota. Steve, to take him 9th overall.
Well, they saw a young player who dominated college basketball and seemed ready to take over their starting point guard spot from day one. I think they feel like they've found their point guard of the future. This kid is really good.
James Harden with those rush hour handles, whether it's breaking his man down in isolation or running the pick and roll, he keeps that thing on a string.
And the first one at the line is good. And Harden, a left-hander. Defenders tend to have more trouble, it seems, guys, with softballs.
Well, and especially with Harden because of how crafty he is. He's got that Manu Ginobili Euro move, the change of speed, change of direction, and then the strength. I mean, that's what separates him. He draws contact and seems to just go right through players.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And he gets it to go. And now a 9-point Rocket lead.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Here's Burke. The shot no good. Excellent D that time from Jones.
Good rebound there, but overall they're getting outworked on the glass.
Steve, I think that's what you'd expect, seeing what the score is.
And that one's good. Beverly.
A little confusion defensively.
Yeah, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that three.
Utah has gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Dishes to Burke. Kicks it to Hayward. Here's Cantor. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Rockets leading by 12. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Yes, Kevin, James Harden, a sixth man with the Thunder, but he's the go-to guy in Houston, a role he's very comfortable in. He said, quote, in college and high school, I was always the focal point. Now I'm back to my old ways, needing to be the leader, needing to score. In any situation, I'm going to be good. Kevin, he's certainly been good for the Rockets.
A one-man wrecking crew, Doris. Thank you. Now here's Favors out to the right wing. Hayward kicks to Burke. There's the three. Shot's good. Burke's got 10.
How about that for a response?
They will say they can give the three as well as they can take the three.
It's Harden with the drive. And it's Houston with another. Here's Burke. He's got 10. He dishes it to Hayward. He kicks it to Burke. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Houston.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
Now, here's Burks. Tight defense on him. That's good. Now Beverly. He's got 8. The feed now to Adrian. Johnson, the pass to Jones. There's the dish to Beverly. Lock at 6. Here's Jones. Favors with the rebound.
And they force the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Burke dishes to Favors. Takes a 3. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Burks.
What a great little run he's on here in the quarter.
You know, there's always a little hesitation with newly formed star-loaded teams, and you wondered if the Rockets would click early last year. They did, and ended up with the 4 seed out west.
For Utah, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Feeds it to Cantor. And the pass to Hayward. Dishes to Burks. Baseline try. Again, the Jazz score.
Boy, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
Rockets leading by 10. And here's Beverly. He's got 8. Harden kicks to Jones. And here's Johnson outside, and another three for Houston.
Now they're not showing too much respect for him defensively, are they?
Utah has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Cantor with it, working on Jones. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Several teams changing it up here. The Jazz have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. And that one falls for Favors.
Well, Derek Favors still developing offensively. I think he's trying to refine his post game and his shooting touch, but the potential is still there.
Here's Kanan, screened by Howard. Daniels passes to Howard. Ariza kicks to Daniels. 6 on the shot clock. That's good. Daniels has got 7 points. And for Favors, most of his shots, Clark, coming around the rim.
Yeah, strong offensive rebounder. He can use his imposing physique to overpower a lot of defenders.
Up top, Burke. He's covered by Daniels. Hood, the pass to Novak. He feeds it to Burke from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Howard's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Daniels. The shot is off. And Utah the other way now. Burke with it. He's got 10. Passes it to Booker. Here's Hood. Here's Favors. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Favors has got 7 points.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
Cannon dishes to Daniels. And the foul goes against Utah. Exum, he's checked in for Derek Favors. Here's Kanan. Pass to Daniels. And he knocks down the jumper. Daniels has got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Here's Booker. Right wing. Burke kicks to Hood. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one is on Ariza. Well, guys, the Utah Jazz, one of the better front offices, I think all would agree, in the NBA, narrowly missing the playoffs in 2013. And they saw this loaded 2014 draft class, and, Steve, they decided to go young.
Well, tough to let Paul Millsap and Al Jefferson just walk away, but, you know, there's a plan in place, and the Jazz felt like they needed to go young. They didn't want to tie themselves up long-term with contracts that would just lead to mediocrity. So the rebuild is on, and this team does have some talent.
Both free throws good from Hood.
And, you know, for the Jazz, you look at this lineup of Trey Burke, Alec Burks, Gordon Hayward, Enes Kanter, Derek Favors. I mean, they're all 24 years or younger. I think this is a team that can grow together. We've talked about it before, continuity being such an important piece of a successful team. And they've already shown they can win ball games. So I'm interested to watch this group grow together and see where they can get to.
And Utah has possession. Following the score by Houston. Right wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Burke. Rejected by Howard.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Here's Kanan. Pass to Howard. It's Ariza on the wing, and that one's good. Ariza's got 7 points in the game.
Well, the Jazz, I think, still in this rebuild, but it's interesting. They've got a lot of young assets trying to make a break from the middle. You've got young talent, cap space, draft picks, big goals in mind. They're looking beyond just fighting for a playoff spot.
Here's Hood, following the score by Trevor Ariza. Novak kicks to Hood. It's rebounded by Houston.
That's a great shot if there's 1 second left in the game.
Yeah, that would be the good time to do it. Not now, though.
Here's Jones. Kicks to Howard. From down low. Tries again. And the basket by Jones. Jones has got 6 points.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Now here's Burke. He's got 10. Novak the pass to Booker. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Ariza. And it's Houston with another. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Rockets ahead, up 19. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Dwight Howard. And Dwight, you looked really strong so far tonight. What's been your approach?
I'm just trying to play with a lot of energy. I'm do the best I can on the defensive end to help my teammates out. Post hard.
Dwight, thank you so much. Kevin, one of the most intimidating defenders in the league.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half.